Hello, I'm back again, about to renovate another starter house, because you know what, why not? I am going to renovate the peaceful living, because you know what, it's just kind of sad, and I feel like this could be a whole lot better than it actually is. So it is 50,000, so that money's going down real quick. The roof is glitched. What? The house itself is not bad. It could be a whole lot worse. Most of you have probably seen this already, but I'm gonna tour it again just for fun. You come inside. This is how I felt when I went in the blue. My sentient door just opened. Why is it opening on its own? Is there like some kind of sensor? What? The whole house itself, it very much feels like 2016 Bloxburg. I want to keep the original layout. I did see a comment, and I was on the previous starter house renovation that I was like, that's actually kind of true. That I did more of a reconstruction than a renovation. But for the starter house, there was no saving that thing. I had to do something for it. So we have a back door. Why would they put the window like that? Okay, I don't really like the location of the bathroom, but I feel like it could be worse. And then just a single bedroom. You're telling me this is a one-bedroom house? Okay, I'm going into build mode. I've been scammed. I paid 50,000 for this house, and it is only worth 35,000. And why is the mailbox right here? You know what? Like the last video is going wee. Okay, so this house is just... I'm gonna keep the original like shape of the house, but I may do a bump out or two, because I want to add another bedroom to this, because I feel like a one-bedroom house this size is not the best. So I'm just gonna start with doing the basic things like deleting all of the furniture. That will include curtains. I will change out the windows, but I'm gonna leave them there for now. Well, come back. Bring me my wall back. I don't know why, but I woke up this morning and just spontaneously decided to record. I'm gonna leave the bare basics for now, but I'm deleting all of the furniture. And then I honestly like the garage being here. I just feel like it can be better. And bring me my floor back. I'm going to adjust the roof some, but I'm gonna keep it the same shape. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for just like the furniture. So now the house empty looks like this. Bathroom. I honestly hate whenever the sink is in between the toilet and the tub. Like, hello. I feel like a bathroom should always be laid out like this, where it's sink, toilet, then the tub. I'm gonna take out all the light fixtures because these are not staying. And the kitchen can go too, along with the bathroom. And I'll take down this closet too. And we can get rid of the shutters. Okay, so here's our blank shell of a house. I'm deleting the trees as well because they're just scattered around the plot for no reason. This whole back patio is going. I'll fix the path. This house is just super close to the front of the road. But like all of the starter houses were, because I don't think there's large plot when these were made. Actually, I want to add some dimension to this. So this is gonna be like a little corner porch. Okay, so that's a little bit better of a front driveway. And I honestly would want to move the front door to be here, because I know you're just walking straight into the kitchen, but I feel like from an exterior standpoint, this works better. Now, okay, I'm gonna still keep the windows for now, but I feel like it's time for the floor to go, because that's getting changed. I'll keep the garage flooring. And I'll change everything to be the plywood texture, that way it looks like it's under construction, and I can get a feel with what I'm working with in the house. I don't know why all of these walls are concrete, like this is a suburban house. Why is my game so broken right now? I just want to make the wall plywood. That's not much to ask. Alright, so it's layout time. I know there's a bathroom here. What to do with this? I feel like if we just reshape this here, like maybe just square this part off, and then maybe I can have like a covered back porch here. It's just such a weird shape. This is so weird. I think I can get rid of the windows now. I'll make new ones later, but just for now I want to see the wall and just see the shape I'm working with. Maybe the bathroom staying here is a good thing. Okay, bedroom here, bathroom here, bedroom here. I don't know how that's gonna work from a roof. I'll also bring the garage back a little bit. Okay, so here's the new layout. It's pretty much the same. A few little changes. It's gonna look good. So I think next up is to fix this roof. I feel like I want to keep the hip roof for this, but maybe not. If it's gonna glitch. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. That could work. Let's lift that up a little bit more. Okay, maybe that's a little bit tall now. I honestly like it. I like it. I'm keeping it. Next, I'm gonna just add a little gable in here, and it'll add a little bit more dimension. Actually, I need to fix this. Okay, thoughts on this roof. It doesn't look the greatest. Maybe if I get rid of that part. If we go with just this looks more like an actual house now. It's just so close to the road. But you know what? I'm keeping the original shape, that way it's still a renovation. I do want to do some type of fun color outside, because why not? Where's my roof? Okay, this house is actually kind of cute. The roof line is a little bit odd, but okay, first things first, we're gonna make some custom windows. Hello, and welcome to Speed Build in the middle of my commentary video. You might be wondering why it's a speed build now, instead of just the regular commentary that it has been for the entire first part of the video. And this is my solution to this video not being an hour long or 2 parts. I just have so much footage from this house because I took forever to make it. And it would be removing so much to get it into the same amount of time frame, and there would just not be a lot of me actually making the house. And I want to actually upload most of this house so you can kind of try to recreate it, because this is one of my favorite houses out of the ones that I've done for this year. And I mean, at this part I'm just doing roof trim, so it's nothing interesting, it's just to make the house look pretty. So yeah, I figured I could do something like this, that way you can still rebuild it if you want, but I won't have to upload an entirely separate speed build. Enjoying my nice fridge running in the background. It did make an appearance several times during the process of when I was recording this originally. My only complaint with this house is that it is very close to the road, which I know I mentioned several times, and there wasn't really anything I can do about that, but I did manage to make it look a lot better. So yeah, my little segment here is about to end, so after this I will try to figure out, I think, what color to do. I don't know, I've spent all day editing this, so I really don't know what's where. But until the next time we talk again, bye. Okay, so I did a lot off camera. I did the roof trim and the windows, because that's very boring and I didn't feel like saying anything while I was doing it. So yeah, this is kind of what the house is looking like now. So yeah, now we got a little porch. I do want to add a pillar of some sort. I think these raised square pillars could look good. I'll probably do my typical look with it. Put 2 of them here just to give it an extra like little look. So yeah, this is the front of the house. I think it looks cute. I do want to add some type of like little stepping stones. I don't know if I should put it like through the middle here. I don't know. I need to add landscaping, which is going to be fun because this house is so close to the road. So the landscaping will go all the way up to the road. I think I can just bring this down, and I can put like some little shrubs up against the side of the house. And then back patio here. Maybe again just put like some shrubs up against the side of the house. and just bring that to the front. Nothing too crazy. I need to pick out a color for the outside, because as of now, I don't know what color I'm going to paint it. I honestly want to do some type of blue, because I never do a blue house. And I feel like with the landscaping in the front, green could be a little much. Welcome back to Speed Build again. I definitely have a lot longer this time to record, more than my 2 minutes. I have a whole 4 minutes. At this part of the video, I'm just doing landscaping, and I think at the time I was making this, I wanted to try to branch out my landscaping, because since the first, like a year ago when I started uploading speed builds, it's all kind of looked the same, and not really realistic, not many trees or rocks, it's just a bunch of compact bushes, and it just doesn't really look the best. I thought it used to look good, and then the more I've done it, I've just kind of grown somewhat, I just don't really like it anymore, is what I'm trying to say. This house, I really was building it out of order, because if I was making this from the ground up, I would have already had a color by now, and all of the detailing would have been done, but at this point I am, like, the garage door is still the original one. Yeah, I wanted to make this house better than the original starter house that I renovated back in June, I think. So I did end up making a backyard with side accesses. There's a little patio back there, and it's not really anything large, but it is something to make this house seem a bit more significant than the original starter house. I do make another window here. I make a small one for the kitchen and the bathrooms, which I'm making here. All of my windows kind of have the same look to them, where the buttons make a 2x3 grid on the top, and then there's nothing on the bottom, which is kind of uncommon actually in houses, but I really like the look of it, and I just do them because they're kind of easy to make. I will make things look realistic, but not costing me any extra effort, because I am kind of lazy at building. I'm finally starting to do the garage door, and I do the basic detailing inside the garage. I've noticed that most people, when they build, they completely do each room at a time. Like, they'll build it and then decorate it all at once, and I just don't do that. I will do what I call, like, the builder grade finishes, where it would look like a house that, like, you're buying, where there's just your basic finishes, and, like, your kitchen's done, your bathroom's done, but there's no decorations. And then after I finish that, I will come back and then add the small little decorations. At this point now, I'm doing the gable of the roof above the living room, and I had no clue how to do this, because I wanted to do something with, like, a focal point, but none of the textures really look good, and I finally just decided on doing beams, and I actually like how this turned out. It adds a lot of interest to the front of the house, and it brings in that kind of cottage look that I really wanted to do for this, and it really makes this house look really cute. And it's kind of small, and this house just says a bit more peaceful living to me than the original one did. After this, I will start doing more of interior finishes, but after I finish this door, it will be back to commentary, so I will see you in the next one. But I'm just gonna go into free cam for a second. Look at how magnificent this looks. I don't know how I managed to pull this off, but, like, this house looks so good. I'm genuinely impressed with this. The back is very flat, but I love this house. This is good. So now I think it's time, we're gonna get the big organic, if I can spell right, we're gonna get our big organic trees. I'm gonna need I don't want another one. The smaller one. I'm gonna need some pine trees. Let's get a cypress or two. Let's make these. Whee! Back with a little speed build section, not long this time. I'm doing the trees that surround the plot. They're very big and tall, and it makes the place just feel secluded, and I really like how they add to the build. And now back to the commentary. It's amazing just what adding trees can do to a plot. Like, look at that. It looks like an actual house now. I'm gonna need to add one of the little transom windows. Ooh, it's thundering. It started raining on me when I was outside earlier, and I was just running through the yard trying not to get absolutely soaked. It was pretty funny. Enjoy this nice part of me making a custom door. By the time you're seeing this, I probably will already have made one, but I've been planning on doing YouTube shorts for a while now, because they're not as much effort to make as like a regular video, but it's just a nice change of pace. Like, and by effort, I mean time. Why'd I say time like that? Time. But just, it's not as much like time to build and record, and I can kind of branch out my channel a little bit, which at the core, I'm still just going to be doing speed builds because I'm not going to be doing anything else. First off, let's color these walls now. Let's get plastic walls, please, because I'm tired of the nice ones that were concrete in the original house. So this one's going to look a bit better. I always do light stone gray for my walls because it's not quite a full white, and there's contrast between it and institutional white, and it's more of like a creamy white. We're gonna put mid-gray for the garage. I'm probably gonna make this one a speed build. I like this. I feel like I've put more effort into this house compared to the starter house. Ooh, I'm gonna do... Wait, it's this one. I'm gonna use a custom color for the flooring, and I want to see how it's gonna turn out, because I've been wanting to do lighter flooring for a while now. I just haven't had the right house to do it with. So this is not quite linen. It's a custom beige that I've done. Let's see how it looks with 3. Okay, but if I add a 4th layer, how would it look? Okay, I don't hate that. I feel like 3 would be better. If you want this custom color code, here it is. D1B7A1 or 209183161. Just 2 layers of the planks and then a layer of the logs. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's got a nice look to it. And for this, we're just gonna do mid-gray concrete. And welcome back to another speed build section. This is the longest one, so you can actually sit back and enjoy this. For most of this is just a simple detailing of the inside, so like wall trims, doors, and just making it like an actual house. Now, if you haven't noticed already, each speed build section has the same exact song, because you know what, I wanted to give these like their own little special feel apart from the video itself. So yeah, I don't know why I'm weird like this, but I just am. My computer is lagging very much when recording this somehow. I don't know why. I've thought it was going to give up several times, but the fan isn't even on, so I don't know. At this point, simple detailing in houses, and by simple I don't mean just small, like major things in houses that most people actually, I would say that most people actually forget to do. Simple things like light switches, electrical outlets. Most of the time I don't do crown molding. I just do wall trim at the bottom. And since this house isn't really anything fancy, I didn't do it in here. But for this kitchen, I kind of had to get a little bit creative because I didn't have a regular size kitchen for this. It was kind of 3 by 3.5. So I made a shape, positioned the fridge cabinet in a way to where it lined up. I could have made custom kitchen cabinets, and I know that some people do that, but I am lazy. This is just a starter house. That would have blown my budget. And I like to keep them functional, which I know I can make functional custom cabinets, but I don't really want to. with this kitchen, it's very basic, just white shaker cabinets, white subway tile, white marble counters, and light gray hardware. I wanted to kind of tie in the blue from outside, and I made the island blue. I thought I was going to regret it, and I ended up not regretting it somehow. If you know me, or just watch any of my videos, you know that I'm not really good with taking risks with colors. All of my houses are completely grayscale, and I am fine with it. But I've actually started to branch out with colors a bit more than just than like a regular pastel or something more diluted. I've kind of experimented with custom colors. This house was kind of my first experience into that, which I did custom flooring, as you've seen earlier. I did forget to put floors under the concrete at the patio, so it was kind of lined up wrong, and I forgot to finish the grass in the backyard somehow. Now I'm working on the fireplace. This one looks the exact same as the one in the other starter house, and actually the same as a few other houses I've done. That starter house was kind of my first venture into that style, and I've been doing it a lot since, and I really like how it looks. It's a bit simpler and it looks a bit more compact, even though it takes up the same space as the other design I do. I remember in the commentary I said, because in the first starter house renovation video, when I got the medieval torch, I was like, alright, about to burn this place down. Not really. And it was kind of funny when I was placing it down actually in like the real footage, because I was speaking the whole time when I was recording this, because I didn't know I was just gonna have so much that I wouldn't be able to use it. And I was like, I know in the starter house I said I was gonna burn down the house, but I didn't. This time I actually will. Thought that was kind of funny when I was going through, which is rare, me being funny. It's not really something that happens often. My humor is very much 0 out of 10. As well, my editing, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of rambling on now, so, I mean, I worked on this living room for a while, so that's why it's in speed build. I wanted to use this fan originally because it's kind of a traditional house, and then I was just like, no, I'll use a regular simple fan, and it also saved on the money because bigger fans would have blown my budget. Off camera, or I guess in the muted speed build sections, when I was originally making this, I said that I kind of wanted to keep it around 150,000. That did not happen, and then later on I will mention that my end goal, my end budget was 225,000, because I think this first starter house was 160,000, and I'm like, add another bedroom onto this, there's a garage, there's a backyard. 225 seems reasonable for this. The traditional suburban house, which I made last August, almost a year now, was around 240, and it was 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, garage. And it's kind of funny how a year later, it's costing almost the same amount for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that is a lot smaller. I'm finally doing more than just simple detailing. I'm actually adding curtains, and I'm starting on the living room. I didn't really know what to do in this space because I wanted to add a lot of seating, but the room's not that large, and I didn't want to entirely block off the dining room. But then there's the spaces on each side of the fireplace, so it was kind of weird. I eventually figured it out, but in the moment it was very, very painful to figure out. I also couldn't decide what lamp to use. I'm very indecisive with building, which is why I kind of stick with the same few items that I use, and all of my houses look exactly the same. It's just because I'm very bad at picking out things. So when I finally get something that I like, I'll just stick with it. I'm adding pillows to the couch now. I noticed in my older builds from this year, some of them I didn't add a lot of pillows on the couch, and now I gotta have a bunch of them because it just looks more detailed and building, and I'm like, I'm a quote-unquote detailed builder, so I need to add these. After this, there will be a small little segment, and then I guess I will see you in the next speed build segment. Until we meet again. Okay, so it has been quite some time since I last worked on this. So I figured I could go through like a little tour. So why does my mouse look like that? Oh, there we go. So this is what I have so far, which I've already shown the exterior, I think. But inside, I think I've finished the living room. I just need to do the dining room. I've done this kitchen. I think I did the basics in the garage, but I still need to decorate. And then I have both of these bedrooms, and oh, I started on the bathroom. Right now it is worth $173,000, so realistically I have like $27,000 or so to decorate, which I think $225 is my absolute, like, I don't want to go anything above that. Guess who's back again? Wasn't very long, but here we are to another little segment of where I'm decorating the bathroom. I just realized, watching this through, that in the past little segment I said my initial budget was $150,000. I meant to say $200,000, but I already recorded that whole thing and I don't feel like going back to fix it. So yeah, for this bathroom, I was kind of indecisive because this house isn't that fancy, so I couldn't really justify making this super extravagant, but it is the only bathroom in the house. So I'm like, this is kind of the master bathroom in a way, but it's also just a secondary bathroom, but it's the only bathroom. So I was really unsure what to do there. At this point, I couldn't decide if I wanted to do custom bar stools or not, which I always do custom chairs, but I'm like, what if I try something different for a bar stool? I gave up on it and then just made a regular chair to use for both the dining table and the island. You can't really see them very well in the actual tour because there's people in my private server. The code is just Jackitecture, spelled like my channel name. If you want to come join, chances are at least one person will be there. Usually there's one of us from my Discord server that are usually in the server. So if you want to come talk, chances are we can be there. Or you could just join the Discord server. It is linked in the description. There's not many of us there, but it's kind of fun. We just hang out and talk. We send pictures of our pets. So, yeah. My cat did interrupt me several times when I was recording this originally. Yeah, enough about that. I'm moving on to the first bedroom, which it was kind of funny because I made this bedroom like 2 weeks before I made the master bedroom. So this, I had a completely different mindset going into this room. And you'll see that they're both kind of different, but I was trying to mimic the same thing, but I just spent so long before actually coming back to make this that it just didn't look exactly the same, which I'm actually happier about that, because all of my bedrooms in every single house I do just look the same. And I used to be fine with it, but now I'm like, I kind of want to distinguish each space a bit. I am using the simple comforters now. I used to not know that they existed, and then I discovered them, and I'm like, this is the best thing ever. So I'm using those, kind of changing how I do pillows on the beds, and overall just trying to make my bedrooms a bit better. After this, I think there's another little spot, and then there's a quick segment, and then the tour. We're approaching the end. So, yeah, I will see you in the next segment. Okay, so it's been a solid longer while since I worked on this. First off, now I'm kind of broke again. Not really, but I was I was at like 1 million when I started this, and I've built a bunch of other houses. In my time period, I'm now level 50 in pizza delivery. Hooray. But I was looking at the footage, and the first clip of this is from July 6th. It is August 3rd when I'm recording this, and I have still not finished this house. I think the only thing I have left is this master bedroom, which is barely a master because it's kind of tiny. I might need to replace the windows with smaller ones. I don't know, but then I also need to decorate the garage. And here we are at the final little segment. This feels kind of weird to finally be coming to a close almost for this house, because this house has been in the works for a month now, and to finally just be done with it, it's a nice feeling. I am doing the master bedroom now. This is actually a few days ago when I recorded this, so it seems kind of weird where everything has been like so long ago, and I'm like, I remember doing this now. So yeah, I bet you're probably annoyed of the same song that I've used for every little speed build section. I don't know why I'm weird like this, I genuinely don't. But for this bedroom, it's a very, very small footprint, but I wanted to make it feel a lot bigger than it actually is. So I used that one little bump out. Oh, I was joking around when I was making this. I was like, ooh, I should put a projector in here. And I was like, I could put a hot tub on the patio. I quickly deleted those because I'm like, this is not practical. I can make an unfunny joke, but I'm at least reasonable. I won't keep it. I did put a little shelf there because I couldn't really put a full dresser underneath the TV because there just wasn't space for it. That's kind of the story of this whole bedroom. But now I'm moving on to the garage. Usually I put a bajillion gas cans, and I restricted myself to 5. They're just such good space fillers though. I kind of used everyday clutter for the garage. So there's like a bench, paint left over from the house, some crates, boxes from when people moved in here, lawnmower, edger. It makes the house feel lived in, even though this garage is very clean for a lived-in house. I do cinder blocks left over from construction, and then the back patio. It's not very big, but I did add a little grill, and then there's a little table, so you can actually eat outside with your friends that you have over if you decide to rebuild this house. That is all for me at this segment. Thanks for watching these, and I will see you in the tour. So, but how is it 219,000? What did I delete? So yeah, here's how it is on the outside. It's just, it looks very similar to a lot of houses where I live, just kind of a small, and by a lot of houses I mean like you'll see one every once in a while. Just kind of a small one-level home. I have like a little side thing going down here where you can go over to the backyard. The back of the house just has a lot of small windows, again, like homes where I live. This is the garage. I did detail a bit more, but it was a smaller space, so there's still enough room to fit a big car. I like putting cinder blocks in here now because it's kind of like leftovers from construction, just put them in the garage. There's like this little pathway here in the center, but you can also just come over from here. I didn't do anything on the front porch because it's just a small little space. And yeah, there's like a little entrance here. You can come into the garage here. Kitchen in here. This kitchen is probably one of my favorite small kitchens that I've done. I like a lot of the big ones, but yeah, I did accent color on the island. Yeah, I did a smaller living room here. It's just a living room. There's nothing special about it. It's got a big window though. A dining room right here. It's just a table, kind of a big table. Did a grill, table out here to sit and eat. That's it for the back patio. Like, there's nothing special over here. On this side of the house is like this little hall right here. And this is just like a little guest room or a kid room. It's just a bedroom. There's like a little bench there. Yeah, it's just a small little bedroom. Just a nice little rectangle. Then right here is the bathroom. This is the only bathroom in the house. And then next right here is the master bedroom, which is a little bit bigger, but it has a different layout, which you can fit the bigger bed in here. They got a TV. Yeah, I think that's it for the house. But yeah, I think that's all for this house. Thank you so much if you're still watching this video, because with my dry humor, and it's very much 0 out of 10, I don't advertise these much, so I will do it now. Links to Instagram for photos of this eventually. Roblox account, if you want to go follow me, you can see when I'm in servers, if you want to join. Discord server, if you want to actually talk to me. I feel like nobody knows about my socials, so I will advertise here. Just thanks again for watching. Bye.